Welcome to section 7, and we are talking about modules.
In the last section, we learned all about functions and why they are very important and when you would use them.
In this section, we are going to look at a few things, starting with what the import from and as keywords are, how to look up Python functions in different Python modules, how to create your own module, and how we can combine testing with modules. In this video, we are going to look at import as and from. So we're going to look at how to use these different keywords to perform different import statements with modules. So let's get started. From the last section, we understand what functions are. And now we can understand what modules are. Modules are simply logically connected functions placed in separate files. For example, there exists a math module with a lot of math functions. And if I want to use those, I say import math. Now I can use everything inside the math module. For instance, the math module contains the constant pi. So if I run this, I have access to the constant pi, which is 3.14. But I also have access to much more, such as the mathematical function cosine. And I can take cosine of pi, which is, of course, -1. So pi is a constant defined in another file, and cosine is also another function defined in another file. The import statement lets me have access to those. Now, we can look at a more sophisticated kind of import, which uses the from keyword. So I can say from math import pi. And what this does is it goes inside the math module and only imports the constant pi. So for instance, instead of printing math.pi like I have on line 6, I can simply say pi, which is sometimes more useful and cleaner, because sometimes we do not want to import the whole module for only one function or constant. There is another thing we can do, which is to import everything in that module. So from math, import wildcard or star. And this will import everything in the math module, and we do not have to use the prefix math dot. For instance, I have now access to sine, for instance. So sine of pi gives me approximately 0. But I also have access to other mathematical functions that are within the math modules. For instance, the factorial. So I can take factorials of numbers. So factorial of 6 is 720. And now the last keyword we need to talk about is as. So sometimes there are functions and other modules we want to import that are badly named, and we want to rename them, and that's what as is for. So for example, you can say from math import factorial as f, and instead of using factorial, we can now simply use f as a function instead. So print f of 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and as you can see, f prints out the factorials of the digits we passed into it. In this video, we looked at how to use import, as, and from. In the next video, we're going to talk about the Python API and using standard built-in modules. See you then.